Welcome to the Knowledge Find ITVS. Today we are going to learn a new topic under the career guidance. The topic is when you are facing an interview, that is a great challenge. If you are a mid-career professionalist, that is that's create a huge amount of problem to getting a job in the job industry because you had a gap between your previous employment to the current stage. So let me discuss the question and answer to prepare for the interview challenge. The question one that mostly the interviewer asks, that is, can you explain the gap in your employment history? You can answer into two manners. Firstly, you can answer in this manner, such you can say during my gap I took some time off to care my family members. Uh, she or he is not well, and it is difficult to your time, and but you managed well. And although you used that time to pursue some personal projects and professional development opportunities that have helped you to grow a person and as a professionalist. You need to mention during your gap, you update yourself with the personal project and the professional development opportunities. Then only they will satisfy with your answer. And also you can say like this, I experienced a layoff during that time due to the company downsizing, which means in your previous employment you observe that your company, the number of employees that was working in your company is downsizing, and at that time you realize it was unexpected and challenging, and you realized to change your career to pursue your goals and objectives. That's why you applied for this opportunity to get the values as per your interest. So that is the way you need to answer. Second question is, how do you handle failure or setbacks in your work? When you are working, you will not get only victory. You may get the failure also. So you need to answer for this question in this manner. You can say, I believe the failure is an opportunity for the growth and learning for the career path. And you can say, when you experience a setback, you take the time to reflect on what went wrong and what could you have done different. And then you will analyze the difference between your previous thing and you are doing the current thing. And then only you can seek a feedback from the colleagues and the mentors to help to improve the drawbacks. Additionally, you can say you try to stay positive and focus on the lesson learned and the opportunities for the improvement. And another second way to answer, that is, when you face the failure or setback, you try to remain the calm and objective. You assess the situation and you need to analyze the root cause, how the problem occurred. Then only you can build the solution. To address your problem, you can get the solution and you find the way through the new ideas, and you can assess through the approaches. So that is the second answer. The third question uh, they will ask, that is, how do you handle difficult coworker or boss? You can answer, I believe in maintaining a professional and respectful behavior in difficult situation. When I faced a difficult coworker or a boss, I try to address the issue to them, he or she. Maybe you try to address the issue directly and calmly, because the communication is the important thing. Then both sides need to involve with the communication and try to solve the issue. If not, you need to you need to consult a mediator, which means if you are working in a IT company, you need to ask the HR to help and resolve the conflict. And in another way, you can answer to the question, that is, when I face a difficult coworker or a boss, I try to approach the situation with empathy or the patience. I also try to maintain how can I improve the situation. If it is important, you need to involve the stakeholder, which means the clients, to help and find the solution. That is another way of answering. The fourth question is, how do you prioritize and manage your workload? When you're working in such a IT industry, there are a lot of tasks will allocate to you. So you need to learn how to select the important task, which means how to prioritize. I prioritize my workload based on the level of urgency and importance, which means you need to analyze which task wants to deliver urgently. So you need to try to choose and analyze the delegate task, and you need to know about how to use the resources, tools, how to manage the team members with your allocated deadline. You can use the tools such as calendars, task lists, project management softwares. Then you need to track those. And another way to answer to the question is, you can say you can prioritize your workload by setting clear goals. According to the goals, you need to set the separate deadlines for each task, and then you need to communicate with the team member, and you need to track all the works related to the team members. And when you had any prioritized changes, you can break the deadline or break the rule. And if it necessary, you can communicate with the team member and support and get the support from the team member. Then only you will get the succeed. The fifth question is, can you give an example of a time when you had to make a difficult decision? uh, you can answer in this manner. In your previous job, you can say you had a time to take a difficult decision. That is, your one of the team member was not met with the performance target. That's why you need to give the coaching session or a KT session to pick the team member from the target bonus. So you decided to let them go, and which was hard and but necessary for the team's productivity, because team productivity will depend on individuals' performance, which means team members' performance. And another way for the answer to the question is, in your previous role, you had to decide on the best course of the action for a project, and you set the project budget and you schedule. Um, but now it is deviating from the previous budget. So you need to choose and revise your project plan. You need to reallocate your resources. You need to change the project plan. So you need to communicate with the team member, and you need to track again. Then only you will manage the project in a successful manner. The sixth question is, what is your biggest weakness and how you work to improve it? All are human, so we, all of them are all of them are having a weakness. So you need to overcome from the weakness. So you can say your biggest weakness is managing time. However, you learn and prioritize tasks and use productivity tools and creating the deadlines for each task, and create daily task lists and set realistic deadlines. From that, you got an improvement from the problem. You can say another thing is I used to struggle with public speaking and presenting in front of large groups. Uh, then that is my weakness. I took a public speaking course and I tried to speak in front of public. I also volunteered for more speaking opportunity. From that, I got the improvement. That is another way. The seventh question is, can you tell me about a time when you had a lead a time through a challenging project? That is the question. You can answer. Your biggest challenge is to manage the project, to orient your project with your correct time. The second answer is you need to communicate with your team member to manage the project. So the communication is an important thing. The eighth question is, how do you handle stress and pressure in the workplace? Actually, handling the stress and the pressure is the important thing. During that time, you need to prioritize your tasks and break them down in your smaller parts. Then only you can manage your steps. And you need to practice with some mindful techniques, and you need to do the physical activities such as meditation and taking short breaks to clear your mind. And you need to take care of your physical and mental health outside of work, such as exercise and getting enough sleep. That's also helps you to manage your stress better. And you can answer in another way, that is when you are handling the stress and pressure in your workplace by staying organized and planning ahead. When you anticipate and potential roadblocks and come with improper plan, you will get risk. So you need to plan the risk mitigation. According to that, you need to conduct your plan. That is the thing, and you will not afraid to ask for help or delay in your task to others on your team. That is the question. The final question is, how do you balance the needs of your team with the needs of the organization? On another corner, you need to satisfy your team. In another corner, you need to satisfy your organization. At that time, you can answer, I believe the balancing the needs of the team and the organization starts with open communication. You need to collaborate with both teams. You need to meet with the team and understand their needs and concerns. And you need to discuss the resources and support and your objectives. And another way you can say, balancing the needs of the team and the organization is a process. It requires the flexibility and adaptability, and also as the needs of the both team and the organization, which proper approach. So I hope you will understand how to answer for the question when you are having the gap between your career. Let me meet in another video. Until you, please refer the previous video under the playlist. Thank you. Bye.